You're not responsible for how your abundance makes someone else feel, so why are you playing small? In a higher self hypnosis session today, I worked with a very talented sound engineer in another country. He is doing everything right, pouring his heart and soul into his business, working long hours, trying to support everyone and help his business grow. But the problem was he wasn't having enough money left over. Everything he made, he was pouring back into his business and wanted to ask his higher self, how can he overcome this pattern? His higher self said he feels guilty receiving. He limits himself so others around him don't feel bad when he has more than they do. But poverty helps no one, his higher self said. And let me say that one again. Poverty helps no one. His higher self said it was actually limiting his ability to be of service to others. You don't have enough money to move forward on your purpose, the reason that you came here. My client had internalized a belief from his father and his religious upbringing that wealth is shameful, that having more meant being selfish, and that to help others, you have to be like them. But his higher self gave it to him straight. He doesn't need to match other people's frequency. He needs to rise so they can see what is possible. Because here's the truth that no one talks about. Everyone is using money to reflect their own beliefs back at them. Some people use money to prove their worth. Some people use money to hide their pain. Some to avoid judgment. Some to make others believe that they're very important. But however people use money is not your problem to judge or to manage. His higher self said, their money and their issues surrounding money is their story and their journey, not yours. Your job is to hold light, not shrink to match them. His higher self said, you're not teaching them anything by matching their issues with money. So my client's issue isn't about money, it's about energy. His energy. He was choking the flow by carrying other people's money issues as if they were his. And when I asked the energy of money to come forward in his session, this is what money said. People want to give him money, but he doesn't let them. He doesn't feel he deserves it, but he does. He always did. So if you've been holding back in your business, not raising your rates, not launching that new product, not receiving support because you're afraid of what other people might think, that's not humility. That's sabotage. Let other people's lessons, thoughts, and judgments be theirs and allow yourself to rise because you can't serve from lack and you can't pour from guilt and you can't change the world by staying small. This is the kind of work I do in my higher self hypnosis sessions. Help people untangle beliefs that are not theirs and replace them with the truth of who they really are.